Good morning, everybody. Pastor Rick here, Broadman Baptist Church. This is the Broadman Word for October 25th, 2021. What a marvelous day to be a Christian. Amen. So, what are we going to talk about today? Today, I want to talk to you about being contentious and ask the question, are you contentious? And these are perspectives from a portion of the devotional I'm doing this year called Radical Wisdom. So, here we go. Contentiousness or contention is simply being given to argument or provoking an argument maybe. And it's a lot to deal with. Today we have lots of contention out there. We can feel attacked, particularly in matters of faith. And so then responding with contention in an attempt to be defenders of the gospel or defenders of whatever position we may have taken on any number of issues can lead to contention. And I wonder if perhaps we could think about this differently. A contentious person likes to be right. It's not that they're not pursuing the truth, but they're doing so while protecting themselves in their position. And oftentimes a contentious person won't stop until they've gotten their point across. And so their arguing then is more of a habitual response than it is maybe situationally required. It is just a default position to try to get their point known, to be correct, and the truth as they see it be presented. So, we can attribute contentiousness to all kinds of folks. It's not a male or female thing. Both can be contentious. And, it really doesn't matter where the contentiousness starts or with who. It matters who stops it. Who was the Christian in the room? Who was the spiritually mature person? Who was the one who de-escalated, as we like to say these days, and avoided the contention? Because no matter what, contention is not going to produce reconciliation. And here's how we know. Jesus was never contentious. One of the best examples in the Bible of his lack of contention is when he raised Lazarus from the dead. He got there much later than Mary and Martha thought he should, and in fact, they addressed him quite sternly and put him on the spot, blamed him for the situation. Almost a verbal attack, really. So Jesus didn't push back. He didn't contend. He just said, be patient, and then he went about his business. He let his actions and he let the power of the message within him do the talking. And so in that, he was able to take a very serious situation and pursue the truth without being contentious. He kindly went about his business. So, what's that mean for us? What do we do with this? There will be times where we feel compelled to be contentious or to maybe even be aggressive a little bit. When we want to do that, don't. We should stop it. Stop simply with the facts. Do like Jesus did. Just present the situation as it is. Don't add anything. Don't go beyond the facts. Don't put the extra phrases on there that may cause a problem or lead to contention. Just simply state the situation as it is. And then have the peace to know that you've done all that you're going to be able to do in this situation, and let your actions and the results of your actions speak for themselves. Ultimately, if you're in a contentious situation with another contentious person, someone has to go first. Either somebody has to not be contentious in the first place, or somebody has to stop the contention. I would ask you to consider being the person who stops it. If you can't avoid the contentious situation in the first place, then be the person who stops it. Leaders will always go first, and display of spiritual maturity, kindness, security in your faith and your positions on things will really go a long way to affecting your witness and your ability to be effective in the kingdom. So I have a prayer for you. I'm going to read it out of the book here. Lord, it's clear from Proverbs that you don't want your children to live in an environment of contention. Give us patience as we attempt to live with each other in an understanding way. Help us to forgive when we feel challenged, criticized, and contended with by folks outside of our circle. Help us to relax in your complete, unconditional love and acceptance. In your Son's precious name, amen. So listen, go out there, be the Christian in the room, be the spiritually mature one, be the leader, and speak the truth in love. But let's skip the contention. Hey, listen, I love you. You have a marvelous day, and I'll see you next time.